Now of course we already know that Dark Souls 3 is the last planned entry in the Souls series, as From Software's Hidetaka Miyazaki has said as much before. Now what we weren't sure about of course was the future of Bloodborne and the many requests that fans have had for a Demon's Souls sort of remaster on the PlayStation 4. And maybe there was a small hope in some people's mind that after the huge success of Dark Souls 3 that maybe he was starting to change his mind, but sadly he is still firm that they want to do new things. As he had an interview with Taiwanese site GNN Gamer, which was translated by NeoGAF, Miyazaki laid it out in very clear terms. And he said, quote, "Dark Souls 3 will have several DLCs like previous games, but there's absolutely no plan right now for any sequels, spin-offs or tie-ins." Now he did go on to say that he, quote, "cannot say for certain that the possibility is 0% of a Souls game ever happening again. It is not on From Software's schedule right now and he personally wants to move on." And he said, quote, "If a From Software developer came to me 5 years from now and begged, please let me make another Dark Souls, then I'll not rule out the possibility to let my subordinate start a new project." Now of course this has kind of happened before with Dark Souls 2, as of course Miyazaki was not leading that particular project. And then he continued, quote, what is certain for now is, to me personally, Dark Souls is over. So rather than make another sequel, I think it's time we take a step to a new direction. Development of a new IP has already begun. It's unlikely that this new IP is another Souls-like project like Bloodborne, and Miyazaki even ruled out that oft-requested Demon's Souls remaster, and then he reiterated, quote, "We want to try making new things." Now he was also asked about Armored Core, and he answered, quote, "Personally, I want to do it. After all, I was involved in 3 games in the series. Armored Core is one of the pillars of From Software's lineup, but I can't reveal anything at the moment." So there you have it. It's as we thought. Dark Souls is sadly over, and it seems like there's not going to be any Bloodborne sequel anytime soon. It seems like they want to try making new things, they want to move away from this particular style of game, and I can't say I really blame them. They have been making these style of games for a while now, and while they of course do very, very well at it, I can't say I blame them for wanting to kind of spread their wings and try different things. Now another thing that I also have about Dark Souls 3 today is that, of course, we already know that it's going to have 2 pieces of DLC, the first of which is supposedly coming out in the fall, but it seems the second piece of DLC will not even be coming out this year and is due for release in early 2017. So it seems they've got their hands full working on some fairly beefy DLC, and of course if development on a new IP has already begun, as Miyazaki said, then they've obviously got their hands full with that as well. I myself am very, very curious as to what this new IP will be, what style of game it will be, the setting and whatnot. Personally, I would love for them to make a straight up horror game. Of course both Dark Souls and Bloodborne have horror elements in them, so I would love to see them try that style of game, but we just don't know. It's a new IP of some description, that's all we know for the moment, so hopefully it won't be too long before they're ready to share some details at least about what the game is. That would be great, but still, regardless of what it is, I'm sure many people are excited to see what they're up to, even if they're a little sad that Dark Souls is officially over now that Dark Souls 3 is out. So, there you have it, the end of an era, but still we have much more to look forward to from Software. So, again, thank you for watching. See you next time.